it's here to stay, and I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free, everybody watching me doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay, and I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free, everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep, I'm running deep, training till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat, I feel the heat, it's never enough. I was waiting till the sky had fallen, had my back till I could hear my calling. To the battlefield we hear the drumming, to the flames we're champions to rise. The wind and destiny is calling, like the fire victory is rolling.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Penguins Collective podcast. We're just going to give it a minute to let everyone funnel in after this wild game, a Sunday afternoon blockbuster, if you will. It was a great game, lots of energy. Pens played hard. We're going to get into a lot of it. We're going to get into your thoughts. Oh, here we go. Once per game, but we're good now. But we're going to get into it. We may have a little surprise for you when we come out of this little intro. So stay tuned and welcome to the show.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up? Hold on. How's everyone doing?
So that is the surprise. Louie, who had a beer league game tonight, was not able to watch most of the game, but he texted me and was
First of all of the game.
think
I
I'm gonna
just
make
watched
it.
the shootout. I watched the shootout, got home, showered.
yeah, he's still soaking wet.
I'm still soaking wet. And I was frantically texting Josh, hey, I'll be on there in 5 minutes. Give me a second. And you were like, but you didn't watch the game. So all I know, Josh, Sidney Crosby got 2 points.
Bingo. 2 assists tonight.
So we got 2 more.
Yeah. And it happened in literally the first 15 minutes of the game. It was so early on. I was like, Louie's going to be so pissed if he breaks this.
If he gets it and I'm playing stupid beer league.
Yeah. I
Oh.
was like, oh my word. I was like, let him, if he's going to get more, just one more. Just one more. So he doesn't get that. But
I was
yeah.
freaking out when we came out of the game. So we had a 5:40 game today.
What does that
So
mean?
we started 5:40 p.m. So we started.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
So we started before the Penguins played. They played at 6,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, all right, maybe we can get out in time. Anyway, we get out. It was in the first intermission. First intermission, we got out because we only play. Anyway, here's my beer league story. We got blown out 8-0, and it was against the best team in the league, and
Makes sense.
it was bad. We were outskated in every turn, bad passing, whatever. We lost it really bad. Anyway, kind of felt like the Penguins of old there a little bit. So
Of 2
I
weeks
come
ago.
out, 2 weeks ago. I come out of the locker room and they say Sid's got 2 points, and I was like, "Stop it! What period is it?" And they were like, "Oh, second's about to start." And I was like, "If he passes it tonight,
Yep.
I'm gonna be so mad." So luckily, got home in time, showered up, ready to go. Josh, tell me about this game. Tell me what happened.
It was a crazy game. It started out with the Panthers kind of just scoring first. And from there, it was kind of like, okay, all right, they're the Panthers. It is what it is. But then Rust came in and kind of just man-possessed. Had a nice little slap pass from Carlson, who got his pass from Crosby. I did what you did, what you usually do. I'm like, okay, Crosby passed to Carlson. Where's he going? Shoot
No
it
one
or
else
pass
touched the
him.
puck.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So that's one. He's gonna be the second assist. Shoot.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
yeah.
So
I do that all the time.
Rustrike had a nice little shot fake, had everyone frozen, went backhand, top cheese. So that was sick.
Nice.
But then he one-upped it. Okay, so you haven't seen this highlight.
No.
You may
Should I be
want
looking
to.
at these? I'm looking.
You
it
may
up.
want to
Yeah,
look
you
at
go ahead and explain it.
The second Rust goal. Crosby's coming down the ice. He's it's essentially a 2-on-2. Rust kind of pretty much beats his man on the far side of the net. Crosby saucer passes this probably about waist high, and Rust reaches out with one hand on his stick and just taps it into the net, top shelf again. It was sweet. I'm not even doing it justice. It was an absolutely beautiful goal. If you can find it, I know Pittsburgh Penguins Twitter account posted it like 4 times. So you can go back and find that, because that was
good.
absolutely filthy. But
I saw you were tweeting a little bit tonight.
I was able to get a little bit in during the intermissions.
Like
Because the game ran into bedtime, so like it was hard to keep track of live tweeting. So I was like, this is not going to happen. But
what a feed by Sid on that Brian Ruskell.
Isn't that sick?
One-handed.
Yeah.
Goal. Is that the one you're talking about, or is
that's the one I'm talking about? That's the one I'm talking. That's the second goal.
Trust.
That's the second one. Yeah. So that one was sweet.
What a feed by Sid. Hold on. Here's the first Ruskell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're showing a lot of the play. Oh, so it's a power play goal. Oh, yeah, that was a nice shot, too.
Yeah.
Man, he was a man possessed. And I saw he took the last shot, which was a good shot.
It was a great shot. I thought it went in.
Didn't roll in.
I thought it went in. Now, we'll get to shootout because I have some points on
I'm
the
sitting
shootout,
backseat in this episode. Go ahead.
It's all good. But that was pretty much it for the first period. And then or did Malkin score in the first? No, Malkin scored in the second. But that was pretty much it for the first. And then from there, the Panthers kind of took control of the game. The second and third periods were completely controlled by the Panthers. Malkin was able to get a goal, make it. It was 3-1 at that point. Then they made it 3-2, and after the 3-2 goal, nice little tidbit that I want to say either Bob Groves on Twitter or Dan Kilgorski. I'm butchering their last names, but there's those two guys. They're pretty solid follows on Twitter. But one of them posted at the end of the second period that they did not see Graves on the ice since that power play goal by the Panthers that tied the game. Or no, excuse me, that made it 3-2. It was a power play goal. I think it was Reinhardt. And he just went he got the puck in the neutral zone and went straight into our zone and beat Graves with a stick and scored. According to this tweet, from there, he was not seen again in the second period. So that was benched. He was benched. So that was about 8 minutes of ice time completely taken away from Graves. So that was a nice little tidbit that I noticed on Twitter during the intermission. But then the third period, again, just all Panthers. We fell into our typical MO, 1-goal lead, third period. We're going to play ultimate defense. But then what happened was you allowed Malkin to be a part of that ultimate defense, and it did not work out.
Did he turn the puck over again?
He did not turn the puck over. But what happened was he got caught looking. He got caught looking at the play. It was a cross ice pass that had the tying goal, and it was a nice pass because it was a no look. He was looking at so if he's on the left circle, okay, he's crossing ice going from right to left, and he's looking down further down the left circle. There's a guy behind the net down there. He's looking over there, but he cross passes it back to the right circle where Lundell is positioned, where Malkin was literally half a second before. He was literally there, but because the guy went from circle to circle and his head was still facing the left side, completely went right back to where he was, and Malkin was literally just left looking at the play. And
frustrating.
It wasn't even a great shot. Phil Bork was talking about how it was kind of like a knuckler. Jari got there in more than enough time, but because he didn't get all of it and kind of just stayed on the ice at a medium speed, it went right underneath Jari going from post to post. So Jari was technically there, but because it was so slow, it like kind of caught him off guard, and it went in. But I mean, Armand has the perfect point, because this was the entire third period. They were pretty much all over us.
Yeah.
Forecheck,
Stanley Cup caliber, some would say.
Essentially, yeah. Like they looked like the 2-time Stanley Cup appearing Florida Panthers. Like it was rough that third period. And Bobrovsky had numerous saves. Now
I heard that.
We can't say that, Bobrovsky was the only one playing well tonight. And I know that Jari let in 3 goals, but so did Bob. But Jari looked equally good tonight. Jari had a lot of huge saves. He was locating the puck. Rebounds, he has hit or miss rebounds lately, and it's kind of frustrating. Where it's like,
I can imagine,
super, super crazy save where you would think there'd be a rebound and there's nothing. But then on you think it's like, okay, it just hits his chest, that's going to be a whistle. Nope, now it's just frantic in the circle. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? Let's button it up. So little shaky at times, but he was able to, hold his own. And I mean, that was pretty much the regular, not regular season, the 3 periods. Regulation. Thanks. Nice. But then overtime, I mean, I usually hate overtime, but that was enjoyable to watch.
First of all, so as it was going into overtime, looked on Twitter, and everyone was saying, "What a great overtime!" Not a lot. A lot of, they said, saves galore is what I saw from Penn's Inside Scoop. I saw everyone was saying, "Holy cow! Like these goalies are playing out of their minds." Was it that crazy?
Yeah, so what made it crazy was the strategy by both teams. They both implemented the same strategy in terms of, okay, we have the puck, we're going to kind of hold it and possess it and make you tired, and then we're going to attack. And it worked each and every time. Whoever had the puck, the opposing team was exhausted because they just had the puck, now gave it up. So it's like, it's already like a double shift, and now you're double shifting on defense. And that's why it was so crazy, because it's like you got poor defense because they're exhausted, and then the goalies are saving your butt behind you. And then and this was all like, obviously it's like 5 minutes, but like the last minute, Crosby came out to like, obviously last minute, like
give
like,
it to Sid.
It was like last minute and a half, and like the first part of his shift, it was just long stretch passes. Like Jari like got it to Raquel like in our defensive zone, and just boom, like just straight up the ice. It was Rustin, Crosby. Oh, sorry, Letang and Crosby, and Crosby cross ice passes it to Letang, and Letang can't bury it, of course, because he's a defenseman. But that's why, like, if you go on Twitter, there's a whole. I think it should be trending, because the amount of tweets that I saw, Crosby shoot it, just shoot it, like just so many. Obviously, it's after the fact. Hindsight's 2020. Crosby's that guy.
Course.
He's not going to take the shot. But
unless it's wide open, he's going to do it. But,
yeah. But then literally 30 seconds later, not even 30 seconds later, like 10 seconds later, Florida goes back up the ice. Jari comes up with a huge save, and I think he's the one who launches it up to Crosby. And now it's just Crosby with, I think it's Barkov or Vorhage, literally on his back, like literally, like, and they're the bigger guys, so like they're kind of manhandling Crosby. But I mean, Crosby, he's got tree trunks as legs, like it's going to be hard to take him down. So he's doing his own, but he can't gain any ground, so he's literally just circling the net and couldn't get anything, and that was pretty much it. But it was wild. Jari had some huge saves in the third and overtime to keep it tied, because even after Florida tied it, they kept the foot on the gas. They were trying to go for the win in regulation. They didn't. They wanted the 2 points regardless. So, and then in shootout, you said you watched it. What what were your opinions on the three? Raquel, Crosby, Rust. I think that I thought I didn't like Raquel's shot. I didn't like Crosby's shot. I liked Rust.
Honestly, I didn't see Crosby's shot. Did he go 5-hole again?
Okay. No, he did his serpentine, super slow, and then just wrist it, quick wrister.
Blocker,
he
went
blocker side.
Interesting. Didn't go in.
I mean, missed, but it's Bob. He's got that.
Yeah.
That wasn't anything fancy. And same thing with the only thing with Raquel was he did kind of have him beat, but he didn't go he went forehand backhand, across the crease, and Bob got his pad over there to save it. But I think if Raquel went top shelf, it would have been a goal. Because Raquel was there, and I think he had him beat, so he kept it low. But if he went high, it would have been a no doubter. So Bob was able to save it. We didn't get a shootout goal. The only goal was Barkov to start it, and he went 5-hole on Jari, and it went in. And then
Russ missed it. Therefore, Panthers winning the shootout.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I honestly, I love Sid. He hasn't been great in the shootout. He doesn't have many. Sid is one of those players that doesn't need the fancy stuff to score because he's such a hard worker and whatever. You can't say enough good things about Sid. But I don't know if he should be our top three for a shootout. I feel like this is where you use Malkin. Malkin, it's all about him and the puck, and it's him and the goalie, and you gotta let him do what he needs to do.
He played well tonight.
Yeah, he got a goal, and that's great. And I think this is where Gino shines. One-on-one with the goalie, no defense. Let him do it. That's where he's at.
He looked good in overtime.
Yeah, so
that
you can
makes
tell.
sense.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hungry for it as well, because just the competitor in him. I like Letang's shootout. I like his history in the shootout. But I get why using Raquel and Rust and Sid.
Yeah.
Just because that's the first line and they're producing. Why wouldn't you have them out there? So it is tough. I'm sure they thought, Sullivan thought one of them would score to keep it going. You don't think it usually ends at the 3. Usually it doesn't. It continues. So it is a little rough, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those games. Once again, we've adjusted our expectations. We know this was probably chalked up as a loss. We were talking about it during our what is it? I don't know if it made the episode, but the weekly, we were talking yep, that's a loss. We know, we know that's a loss. That's not going to be a for sure win.
Yeah,
but we played from the radio we were listening to on the car ride home. It sounded like they were skating well. It sounded like the Penguins were keeping up with the Panthers, and
it was a good game, good hard fought game. It was just there was just a momentum switch. Once they made it 3-2, it was all all Panthers all the time. The pressure, they were getting every call. It was all Panthers. So they were doing well. Don't get me wrong, they didn't cave into the pressure. Because if they did, I think it would have been a very different score and a very different outcome. They would have won in regulation and probably would have been a few more goals because there were some chances. And that's what I mean. Jari was able to save us. Defense was able to save us. It was a good game. This was one of the games. This is the type of game where if we were actually going to make the playoffs, this is the type of game where it's this is a good loss.
Yeah, we could compete. Loss. We got a point.
Yes.
This is how it is. So
yeah,
it's so unfortunate that the Penguins decided to play well later in the latter part of the season, in such a late part, because we are putting pressure on these teams that Look at Columbus. Look at, they're on the outside looking in, and they're looking to compete, yet we outcompeted them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, look at the Panthers. They're clearly trying to go back to back, and here we are saying, "Hey, we can compete with you."
Yeah,
The only frustrating thing is like, dude, why couldn't they do this throughout the season? Why can't they play like this?
Yep.
It's just so frustrating because is it the guys that were in the locker room? Was it an Eller, O'Connor, Pedersen, Bunting problem? Who knows? Because clearly the Pens are playing a lot better. It's not like we could talk about, we always joke, the eye test and the statistics. Well, both of them are coming in the favor of, well, clearly it was a Drew O'Connor, Marcus Pedersen, Bunting, and Eller situation, because now the Penguins are winning.
Yeah,
they're getting more chances. They're skating for a longer period of time. It's it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy and kind of frustrating to see it so late. But happy the Penguins are competing. At least they're not going out like the New York Rangers and getting booed off their ice and stuff like that. We've already went through that. We went through that this season.
Yeah.
We went through that. Yeah. We booed the Pens off a couple times.
Yeah.
But that was during the middle of this season.
It's hard, and to me as a fan, I would have a harder time like with how the Rangers are handling it, because they were in the playoffs, and now they're just
sinking,
just tumbling down, which kind of sucks for us, because now they'd have to go on a
next year.
They'd have to go on a tear right now for us to get that pick this year, which also sucks because I would like to, if we're going to keep winning, I'd like to keep the Rangers pick this year. So that way, we have 2 this year and then the 1 next year. But
I think we're both on this side of the argument that this is the offseason. You go all in. Drafts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trades, signings, go all in, and then give Sid a reason to sign 1 more year or an extension.
Yeah. After.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't wait until his contract's up and then try to push. This is the offseason. You have 1 more season. No, 2.
Yep.
2 more seasons.
2 more seasons.
Oh, cool. Some cool podcast stuff that we will talk about until later. But yeah, I say we go all in. I don't care if we get the Ranger pick. It actually might help us if we get the pick next year. Here's why. Because if we go all in, it's nice to have something next year. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
It's nice to have something. Say we get Mitch Marner. Say we get a few other guys. Say we draft these young guys. Rucker's ready to go. Koivunen. These guys are ready to go. And they make the roster, Josh. It's nice to have that as a fallback next season to see what we can do. We can always move that pick as well. Say we really wanted that pick this season and we didn't get it because the Rangers stink. Okay, well, guess what? We can move that in a deal. Maybe to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, no, he's a free agent. I don't know why I keep on doing that.
Well, no, there was rumors of getting that Robertson guy from Toronto, so it could be for him.
Yeah,
could be for something else. But there was a couple notes I was going to keep tonight short. Is that okay?
Josh, love it.
So just 2 final notes, and then we'll wrap up. But it's involving Wilkes-Barre, because if you caught our weekly that was just aired yesterday, we will be following the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins once they make the playoffs. We'll be doing the same thing that we're doing with Pittsburgh this year in terms of going live after every playoff game. So with that said, we need to also keep an eye on what's going on down there.
Yeah, true.
And we would be remiss to not mention that Sergei Murashov has broke the record for most wins in a row by a rookie at 10.
Is it now? Yeah. Okay. I was going to
He's
ask.
at
Is it now
10.
11?
So now he is 2 away. 2 wins in a row away. Yep. He deserves balloons from just breaking the record in general, not by a rookie.
But AHL?
Just just Penguins. Just Penguins. Rookie.
Oh, okay.
Just
Most
Penguins
winning streak.
Going. Yep. So it'd be 12. Which, I mean, he's been playing well, and he deserves it. And they were talking about him on the broadcast, and Phil Bork had a great nugget.
Josh,
Great
share
nugget.
that nugget with me.
In every season that he has played professional, whether it was over in Russia or ECHL, whatever, every year he has not ended his season less than a 92% save percentage.
Oh my gosh.
The dude is legit. So we're keeping an eye on him.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now, granted, that may be only like 4 years. 4 years. But
at different levels, competing.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing that really impresses me about Murashov. Okay, I'm all in on Blomqvist, and that's not changing. But the dude can compete.
Yeah.
That's always the question about goaltenders. Can they compete at the highest level? Or whatever the next level is that they're currently at. That we were curious about it with ECHL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can he compete there? Oh,
Yep.
yeah, he can definitely compete there. Okay, what about AHL? That's the real test. Oh, he's going on to have the best season a rookie has ever had in Wilkes-Barre. Oh, that's interesting. Yoel, you better get healthy, buddy, because this guy's coming after you quick.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Now, I'm not comparing their games. I'm just comparing the organization system,
Sure.
like the way it's set up, the timing of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when we had Murray,
And Jari
but
was
Jari was dominating. Jari was dominating the Wilkes-Barre, and we're like, what do we do? And that's kind of.
I do like that comparison, but I feel like this is different.
Oh no, it's totally different because they're both better than both those guys. That's why.
Yeah. So I think
I think the hype is greater.
I think this is going to be a story of. Here's where I'm honestly thinking. If he continues this domination and Yoel gets better, I could see Larson taking the bench, and them going 1A 1B with the whole Murashov, Blomqvist in the playoffs. So,
I don't know.
Here's the thing. And didn't we do that with Marc-Andre Fleury and Matt Murray? We teeter-tottered between both of them. And I think this is kind of very something similar. Where Murashov is the Murray.
But Larson should be the Fleury in that
Sure,
situation.
but what are we doing with Yoel? He needs playing time.
He's still hurt.
Especially in the playoffs.
He's still hurt.
And if
so then we
that's the
talked
case,
about it. Do the pitching rotation.
Do the pitching rotation.
It's a 3-game series.
Or
if they're stuck in the first round, it's a 3-game series.
Now here's the question.
Game.
Here's a question. This is a hot take. I'm aware of this is a hot take. So please, this is not a serious thought. It just popped in my brain. If Yoel Blomqvist doesn't get healthy fast enough, and Murashov has proven himself, why not use Blomqvist as some bait for trade?
I've thought about that. I wanted to save that for a different time.
Oh, okay. That's
because
fine. I just had that thought. I'm like,
yeah. Because another comparison, when I was thinking about all this after we recorded our live, like I kept thinking about Wilkes-Barre for a while. Like, remember we had a guy in the ECHL who was dominating like several years ago, and we traded him away because we had a log jam at goaltenders, and now he's the number 2 guy in Minnesota behind another former Penguin. Yeah. Could Blomqvist be another Gustafsson?
He wasn't in the ECHL. He was dominating his
was
team.
He dominating juniors?
Not juniors. I think he was in
Finland?
Okay, he was overseas. He was somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
He wasn't in our system yet. He was dominant.
He was still a prospect.
Still a prospect, but he was absolutely dominating.
Yeah, he was.
And we
Yeah,
traded
no.
him away because we thought we were going in a different direction with goaltending because we had Matt Murray. And we were like,
And
we're
Tristan
set.
Jarry. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
we were
we
like,
had
we had
both those
Tristan
guys.
Jarry in the wings at the time. And then we had Matt Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury. And we knew this thing was coming up. So we're like, we're good. We got Tristan Jarry. You know, like, we're good. We're good, not financially, franchise-wise. We're good because we got these guys in the wings. And that went all to poop. So we have Tristan Jarry. He's not the guy we thought he was. This is the point. Tristan Jarry, something happened. Was it Andy Chiodo? I don't know. I don't want it to be Andy Chiodo. But it's one of those things where you have to line up the dates, and Jarry was a great prospect until he stepped on NHL ice, and now he stinks. You know, like he's not the guy we thought he was.
He had a good year and a half. When he
Yes.
got called up, and then the following year, and then
But that
he got
injury.
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say he got
injury.
hurt, and then started working with Chiodo, and that's where everything started going
His
down.
game went to
from there.
crap, and
Yeah.
it's a little unfortunate. So I'm a little nervous. I would love to see Murashov. You know, do you think the last week of the season, we know we're out of the playoffs, call him up, see what he could do?
No. Mm-mm. No, because I think it'll mess with him. I think it'll mess with him. You don't do it.
Yeah,
you don't
want
do it now.
You don't want to pressure him a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, let's see what he could get. Because what if he dominates the NHL and you're like, all right, we got our answer. Yep, Joel, you're sitting down. Anyway, these are all just thoughts off the
Yeah,
dome.
yeah.
This is not that I'm think. Go ahead, number 2.
Number 2, talking about other guys who have dominated their junior leagues. Brunick has
How's he
played
doing, Josh?
played phenomenally, but his season is now over. And this week, he becomes eligible to join Wilkes-Barre. So
Yeah, this team is going to win the Calder Cup.
rumors are circulating that he's going to join them. He is actually going to join them.
Yeah, Wilkes-Barre.
That's
winning the Calder
wild because in the past we didn't have prospects that wanted to, but now we do. So I think that's going to be huge because he had a great season, and now he's going to step into a role. I don't know what role with Wilkes-Barre. I would love to see. I don't know the hand. I don't know sides. I don't know how it works, but I'd love to see
It's too
Pickering
early
and
for
Brunick.
us. Oh my
I'd love to see.
gosh, Josh!
Right.
And not only that, I think if the Penguins were a little more desperate during the offseason, Brunick would have made the cut for Wilkes-Barre.
No, that's too early.
No, he was a Josh.
He was 19.
We treated Murashov the same. I don't give a rip. I would have been like, that's what I'm saying. If we were a little more desperate. But now you got me all excited with Owen Pickering and freaking Brunick right now.
Yeah.
Talk about the future defenseman of the Penguins. And then you got Rucker up there. You got Koivunen and Kopinen, and you got frickin' Avery Hayes. Josh, this team better win the Calder Cup.
It's unreal. So
And then Murashov. Oh my gosh, this team's a wagon.
And just one last thing on Brunick. Shout out Ethan. He shared a article in our Discord. So if you're not in our Discord, get in our Discord. Find the article. It's what I'm going to read right before I go to bed tonight. 1000%. Just because it's kind of like a get to know summary on his season and what to look forward to with his type of play. So something I'm going to be reading before going to bed tonight. It's going to be a great week for Wilkes-Barre. They got some important games coming up. They're probably going to keep riding Murashov. Hopefully he'll get that streak going. I think they won today. Record. Ethan was keeping us posted in the Discord. They won today, 5-2. So keep stacking them. I don't think Murashov was in net because they would have. I think they would have advertised that at 11 instead of 10. But regardless,
they did win 5-2 against the Islanders.
Yeah. Is it the Islanders? They have an AHL team called the Islanders?
Yeah, it's the Birmingham Islanders.
Oh, didn't know that.
Stupid.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, I mean, the Penguin... Oh, I don't have the calendar up. I'm sorry. Do you have the Pittsburgh Penguins next game?
We play Tuesday, March 25th, 7 p.m. Against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, that's right.
So we are going to Tampa Bay. So it's a little Florida trip.
Yeah.
And then after that, Thursday, we'll be back in Pittsburgh, I believe. That is... Oh, no, Thursday, away, Buffalo Sabres. Then we're home on Sunday, 5 p.m. against the Ottawa Senators.
Wow. Okay.
Very spaced out.
I'll take it. I like that at this point.
Yeah, a little bit better than all that. But, yeah, so that's the schedule coming up. Josh, was there anything else you want to talk about today?
I don't think so. I kind of like the 6 o'clock time. It's
Dude,
It's 9:30. I can, just chill for a little bit before going to bed instead of just having to just go brush my teeth and go right into bed. Now I get to hang out for at least half an hour before I go in bed. So, yeah, I'm feeling it.
That is awesome. I do love it. We a bunch of us carpooled for the beer league game, and we were saying, we wish every game was 5:40 p.m.
Yeah,
that would have been phenomenal. Just because you get home at a good time. We were chatting.
Do you have
outside
one next
the
week?
house. We have a bye next week, Josh. So guess what? I am here for it. We're ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe they'll give us the boys exactly what they need, Josh. A little break. And
I think there's only 4 weeks left in the season. We're coming down to it here. So
yeah, my season's coming to a close as well. I think we have 3 weeks after that. Yeah, so it's a session. So they have 2 sessions a year. Fall, winter. No. Winter, spring?
That would make sense. Winter, spring. Yeah, because it's
Winter,
technically spring now.
And then summer, fall. Those are the 2 sessions.
Got it.
So those are our 2. So we basically have 2 seasons in a year.
Yeah.
So those are we do. So yeah, it's good. It keeps it going, and But anyway, so my season's coming in. So I'm hoping that wraps up so we can go on this playoff push, and I can actually have some some attention on it. Jay,
in the
he
chat.
said,
welcome
Jay on YouTube says, was at the game, a ton of Pens fans.
Yes, they showed the the crowd after one of the goals, and yeah, there were some nice little pockets of Pens fans for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was one of them at the time.
Florida fan. Yeah.
I was in Florida as a Penguins fan, and there are a lot of Penguins fans. You'd be surprised how many people in Pittsburgh I'll talk to. And I was like, oh, I was near, West Palm Beach, Florida. And they're like, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of us down there, I guess. So,
yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Or just
anyway,
snowbirds, too. I mean, we have
a lot of snowbirds.
Yeah. We have a lot of people in our area that they have a home in Florida. They fly down for the winter because don't want to do Pennsylvania winter, and then you fly back up for the spring and summer.
That is true. That is true. Well, do you want me to do the outro, or do you want to do the outro?
Yeah, I mean, might as well keep it consistent. You're here.
Yeah. Well, guys, this episode is always brought to you by Rogue Energy. You go to rogueenergy.com/Pens Collective. Use code TPC10 for 10% off your purchase. It helps the podcast out a lot, so we appreciate you doing that. It also gives you no crash and the great flavors. They have hydration products as well, and a product called Chill, which kind of helps you wind down, and it kind of makes you a little tiny tired. Not like you can't operate a vehicle, but it makes you just feel a little tired, which is great. We use it all the time here, me and my wife, all the time. So make sure you guys go to rogueenergy.com/Pens Collective and use code TPC10 for 10% off. You could find the Penguins Collective podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. That's Google, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, wherever you find your favorite podcast, we are there. Go on our YouTube and hit subscribe and the notification bell when we go live after every single Pens game. We also have a weekly episode that comes out, and we talk about what's going on with the Penguins, just like our episode that launched yesterday, about us saying we're going to be following the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins during their playoff run. You could follow us on all major social media platforms at Pens Collective. Wow, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
You
So you can find us
tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't get to talk a lot, so I felt like I should talk a lot. But at Pens Collective, you can find us on all major social media platforms. We are trying to make more of an effort to get on social media. So bear with us, follow us. We're trying to grow this channel, and we can't do it without you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode. And Josh, as always,
Let's go Pens.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
You're a collective.
I'm in my zone. Woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me.